Hey, what's up guys? It's Toxic here, and today we're going to be talking about the Red Void Star because the Red Void Star has recently become a limited item. Now, if you guys didn't know, the Red Void Star was an item that was released in 2017 for 50,000 Robux, and it was on sale for a while and then it went off sale. And for the past 5 years almost, this item never went back on sale and it just sat there off sale in people's inventories. And once Roblox stopped making items limited for a very, very long time, people lost hope that this item would go limited because people purchased this in, the expectation that this item will go limited someday. And people kind of lost hope when Roblox stopped making things limited. And then when they started making more things limited very recently, people were calling for the Red Void Star to go limited. Like, I remember seeing in the ROBLOX Discord server so many people praying that this item would one day go limited. And sure enough, a few days ago, Roblox has decided to make the Red Void Star a limited item. Now, as you guys can see on the screen right now, we're taking a look at the catalog page for the Red Void Star, and as you can see, it is a limited item, and its best price is 4.3 million Robux. So this item is worth a lot more than Void Star, obviously. Void Star, I think right now is worth like 1.1 or 1.2 million. Point being, it is nothing compared to what the Red Void Star is selling for. And I know what some of you might be thinking. The best price isn't really the best indicator for what an item actually sells for, right? So even though it's listed for 4.3 million Robux, it doesn't mean that people are willing to spend that much. Until we scroll down and take a look at the wrap chart for this item, and as we're gonna see, the wrap for this item is 4,298,959. So the wrap is literally 1,000 less than the best price right now, which is kind of funny when you really think about it. But as you're going to notice, when we take a look at the wrap chart over here, you can see on average it sold for 3.4 million on the first day, and then 2.9 million yesterday. And you might be wondering, how is the wrap 4.3 million when the average sales here are both significantly lower than 4.3 million? And that's where Rollermons comes in handy, because Rollermons actually lets you see every item sale that, an item has. So if we go take a look at that page for the Red Void Star, you're going to notice that there's only been 5 sales for this item so far. And if we scroll down and take a look at these 5 sales, you're going to notice something interesting. The first sale for this item was 5 million Robux, which is insane. Because like I said before, this item was selling for 50,000 5 years ago. So if you purchased this for 50,000 back then, and you were the person who sold it for 5 million, you made 100 times the amount of Robux that you put into this item. And all you really had to do was wait 5 years with a pretty decently cool looking item. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the Red Void Star. I think the normal Void Star looks better. But either way, it's a Void Star. Void Stars are cool. So the fact that you had one of these, you spent 50,000 and you sold it for 5 million is insane. But after this sale for 5 million, the sales prices came crashing down, relatively speaking. Because as you can see, the next sales are 3 million. Basically 3 million, another 3 million, and then 2.9 million. So, comparatively speaking, it did come crashing down because that is 60% of the 5 million initial sale price. But either way, like I said before, 2.9 million or 3 million for an item that you spent 50,000 on years ago and didn't even have to do any work with isn't bad at all. But you guys might be wondering, why is the wrap still so high? Because there's only one sale above 4 million. And it's actually because of how wrap is calculated. So if we were to take a calculator, and I'm just going to show you guys how this works. The reason why the wrap is so high is because the initial price was so high. Basically, wrap is calculated by taking the current wrap, multiplying it by 9, adding the sale price that just happened, and then dividing it by 10. And that's how wrap is calculated. So if we were to take the 5 million initial price, which is also the wrap for when this next purchase happened, you multiply it by 9, you add 3 million, and then you divide it by 10, you could see the wrap would be 4.8 million, and as you can see, the wrap is 4 million. And I'll do it one more time just to show you guys one more time, but I'm not going to go through the rest of the sales. If we were to multiply this by 9, because that's the current wrap now, and then we add 2,959,990, and then we divide it by 10, you're going to see the wrap should be 4,615,999, and sure enough, that is exactly the wrap that it is right here. So basically, that's how the wrap is calculated. And if the initial price is such a high amount, it's going to take quite a few sales for the wrap to come crashing down to the rest of the sales prices. And really quickly, while we're on the topic of the wrap of the Red Void Star, I wanted to point out something really interesting that I noticed, which is the fact that the Red Void Star currently has the 5th highest wrap out of all the items on the Roblox catalog. As you can see, the Dominus Astra is number 1, Dominus Empress is number 2, Orange Sparkle Time, which is projected by the way, because of Preston, as we covered in a previous video, is number 3. Dominus Frigidus is number 4, and then Red Void Star is number 5. And if we were to exclude the Orange Sparkle Time Fedora, since as we covered before, it is projected, Red Void Star is actually the 4th highest wrap item, which again is just crazy to think about. And something else that's special about the Red Void Star is actually how rare it is, because in 2017 there were only 185 copies of these that sold. And over the past 5 years, it has never gone back on sale, meaning that, you know, obviously some of those owners have gotten terminated or have gone inactive. So that decreases how many of these copies are actually out there. And if we go back to Rolimons really quickly, you guys are going to notice that there's only 89 available copies, which isn't really the best estimate because this doesn't include hidden inventories or anything like that. So I think that maybe including people with hidden inventories, there might be something more like 130 copies out there. But even then, it's still a pretty rare item. And also, as you can see, there's 43 premium copies, meaning that half the owners don't even have premium anymore. Which I guess makes sense when you think about the fact that this item came out 5 years ago. And in fact, this item is almost as rare as Tixvalk, because if we were to go take a look at Tixvalk, you guys are going to see that there's only 76 available copies and there's 39 premium copies. And honestly, I think that this item is going to do pretty well long term. I don't really know what this item is going to end up settling at because I don't even know what this is trading for really. But based off the fact that it's selling for pretty high prices, I think that this item is definitely going to be in like the 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 million range. I doubt it's going to be 4 million range. But I think it's probably going to end up being more in like the 2.5 to 3 million range, if anything. But yeah, that's just a prediction based off pretty much no facts. It's just kind of me taking a look at the item. And also the fact that I don't think that this item is going to end up sustaining like 4 point something million sales price. I think this item is going to go down a little bit into maybe like the 3 million range as time goes on. I don't really know. We're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, as mentioned for today's video, I just wanted to discuss the Red Void Star and talk about how it went limited because that's something really, really crazy. And that's something that people have been asking for from Roblox for years. But yeah, as mentioned for today's video, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.